Hello. I hope you're fine. I'm fine. It's a beautiful day, and I'm praying and hoping that you're focusing where you ought to focus. Remember, there's too much happening, and you can lose your focus, and you need your focus. Why do you need your focus? You need your focus because there is a reason you are here. And if you are here for a reason and you lose the focus on why you are here, you might end up in other people's lane. You might end up doing what you are not supposed to be doing. You might lose track of the reason why you exist. So welcome to today. My name is Winnie Kamuya, CEO, International Renaissance Center, an international best-selling author, a speaker, and a coach. Beautiful day, yes. Another blessed day, yes. God is there, and I know you've been saying, is this time going to be there? The time has been granted to you, and it's up to you to keep your focus on your lane and to stick to where you're supposed to be leading. And today, I want to ask you if you have found your purpose and you are leading. Because when you find your purpose, you will lead where you're supposed to lead. If you don't find your purpose, you are going to stray. And I'm telling you, you're going to get lost and you're not going to leave a legacy. This life, you need to be on your lane and to keep focused. Despite the challenges, the obstacles, the trials in the world, you need to stay there. So let's look at 8 things that will help you maintain your focus and help you to stick to your lane and help you get your focus back to your lane if you have strayed away. There's been too much happening and that could have derailed you. You of course didn't notice because you are not supposed to notice. You're supposed to make sure you are keeping mental hygiene by ensuring that you have time for yourself and that you have time to remain focused on what is your purpose here. Where are you supposed to be leading? And if you are leading, are you happy that you are leading in your lane, and are you doing the best to ensure those who are looking up on you are receiving the inspiration, the motivation, the transformation they need? Because your job as a leader is to lead them and to inspire them and to motivate them and to ensure they are sticking also on their lane. So today I want to look at 8 things that will keep you on track and bring you back if you have been busy away from what you ought to be doing to be leading. So I want to ask you, yesterday I looked at the CDW framework, which helps you get clarity, makes you make a decision, and makes you understand why you made the decision. Did you use that to find your purpose? Because if you didn't find your purpose, then my first question is, what advantages will you enjoy if you knew your purpose? Remember, if you know your purpose, you are living your best life. You are leading where you're supposed to be leading. You are showing others what they ought to be doing. You are inspiring them. You are motivating them. But if you don't, then of course you have derailed. You are not there. They are looking for you everywhere. They can't find you. They don't know you are here. They are still stuck where they're supposed to be moving forward. They are still in pain, if that is the case, and they are still making the same mistakes because you are missing in action. Number 2, if you are hesitant to find out your why is that? Maybe you do not understand the consequences of you leading where you're supposed to be leading, of you being the authentic you are supposed to be. If you don't understand, then there's somebody looking for you. They are stuck, they're in pain, they are looking for answers. They need to get out of the rut. They are feeling it, and they need you. And you have not found your purpose, then it's time to reflect back. And remember, use your journal. Ensure that you're noting and asking yourself the various questions you need to be asking. Why am I not? And why don't I want to live where I am? What are the consequences if I do it, if I don't do it, if I find where I'm supposed to be leading? Who are the people who will benefit from that? Is it your clients? Is it your boss? Who? Because right now, they can't find you. And those are some of the consequences you need to know. That somebody somewhere needs you. And when you live where you are planted, or where you are, or where your skill is, where your talent and gift is, then someone is gonna benefit. And that is the good side about you finding your real purpose and living where you're supposed to live. I skipped. So number 1 is supposed to be, I have begun to live my life purpose. Sorry, I missed that one. So I'm sure you are. So number 4, have you located at least 3 guided meditations on finding your life purpose? If you haven't found in the silence, in the writing, maybe you need some quiet time. And sometimes if the quiet time isn't working, you can find some guided meditation. What does guided meditation mean? You listen as you quietly go through a journey, and somebody takes you through the journey for you to reflect. And during that reflection time, as you listen, you get to know exactly what you ought to be doing now and what you ought to be working on and where you're leading your life to. Number 5, what is your end goal? Do you understand where your journey ends? And if you know where it ends, do you know where you want it to end? If you know that legacy that you want to build, there's some work to be done. Have you started working on that? Number 6, what can you do each day? And I talked about the daily activities you take every single day to ensure you're working towards your goal. If you're not working on your daily habits that will lead to where you want to be at the end of it all, then it will be a problem. Because you cannot assume that one day you wake up, it's at the end of your journey, and suddenly you want everything to have happened. There's nothing like that. Imagine yourself climbing a mountain. Do you think that by not taking one step at a time, you will reach the top? Definitely not. Okay, let's move away from climbing the mountain. Maybe that's too far-fetched. But from your house to the office, how do you get to your office if you remain stuck in your house? You have to step out of your house, get onto the road, find ways to reach to your office. If you're going to walk to the office, you're still making movement forward. If you are going to drive to the office, you are making movement forward. Or even if you take a bicycle, a motorcycle, whichever means, but you are making movement. So you know you are end, and you know you are here. You've got to get something that will move you from here to here. And it has to be something you do every day, something that you inbuild in your daily trademark habits, so that at the end of it all, you can look back and say, I came from there, and I'm so glad who I am today because have realized my dream. Number 7, how do you make your life purpose give you returns, financial or otherwise? Because your life purpose is supposed to make you live your best life. So if you're living your life purpose, it will make your life really happy, and it will give you rewards in so many forms. It could be finances, it could be joy, it could be happiness, it could be the reward of seeing somebody else being able to overcome their little problems, which for them are huge problems. So what is the reason why you're not living your life purpose? And number 8, finding your life purpose will make you live authentically. And if you live authentically, you will live authentically. That is the greatest thing that you ought to remember. Because there is one thing that you need to know when living in this planet, that you are here for a reason. And if you are here for a reason, there's one thing that should never escape your mind, that you are unique. I love to go to that because in my book, I talk about the number 1 thing that you need to always remember. If you're going to be an influence in the world, the number 1 thing that you ought to always remember is that you are exceptional. Because when you understand you are exceptional, and exceptional, I mean you are yourself, you are different, you are unique. No one else is like you. That makes you different. That makes you unique. That makes you exceptional. That makes your experiences, your life, gifts, your name it, whatever it is that comes with you, your package is different. And when you know you are different, then you bring a different experience in the world. And that is why when you understand your life purpose, you begin to live authentically, and you live authentically. You can only live authentically when you understand yourself better. And that's why we've gone through a series of understanding ourselves. Because understanding you, understanding yourself, understanding myself is the number 1 thing to understanding where you're supposed to be leading. Because each one of us is given the gift of leadership. But we have to explore it. We have to do a self-discovery journey for us to get clarity, for us then to make the decision we ought to make, for us to be able to understand our purpose here on earth. With that said, I want to thank you for getting time to join me today, and I want to thank you for taking yourself through this journey. Because through this journey, you are discovering who you are, and you are beginning to live the life that you ought to live, and you are beginning to make a declaration to yourself that you want to leave a legacy, that this life doesn't end the way it is right now, that in the next years to come, your life will be different, and that you will be remembered for something that you planned for. So you are going to be intentional from now henceforth. And until next time, I want to thank you and believe that you are doing the right thing and you are in the right place. So leave your comments and feedback down below, and I'll see you next time. And until then, it's a goodbye for now.